Okay.
Good to go.
Right, so this is my pitch for my final major project. Exciting. So first we have to review the progress that I've already made in terms of other projects that I've done that have led me to this moment, right? So I've got last year's final major project where I made Educating Egypts, which was a great time.
And what was that? It was
a documentary.
So video format?
It was in video format.
Okay.
I did some fun freelancing paid stuff.
And what did you create for that?
I edited some videos.
Okay.
For people who gave me money.
Okay, excellent.
I'm explaining this so well.
No, you're fine.
I've done my coursework up until this point, which has given me a multitude of skills that I can take with me for my final major project within multiple disciplines. And in filling out my UCAS form, I got a more of an understanding of what I want to do, like with the rest of my life, and was given an opportunity to like analyze my skills and my weaknesses and stuff.
Okay, so it's give you a better understanding of your current skill set plus direction.
Plus direction.
Okay,
yes.
Excellent.
So moving on now to my strengths and weaknesses. My strength is that the quality of my project is usually pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
I am a creative person, and that shows in this PowerPoint, which looks pretty good. I have skills in editing video and audio and stuff, which is not a useless skill at all. I'm quite dedicated, and I have goals in mind. Like, I have an end goal for everything, which is to probably go to university and like get a nice job
so
and like live my life.
You have a reason to make sure to achieve merit, if not distinction?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. My weakness is that I tend to be over-ambitious and overconfident, and sometimes that means that the quality of my work isn't as good as I think it is.
Okay.
I always forget to document my progress, which is kind of a pain in the bum when it comes to research.
And an even bigger pain for me whenever it comes to marking it.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'm not self-aware because I had to ask people what my strengths and weaknesses were, because I can't tell at all.
Okay, well, hang on before you go on. So yes, they're good what you pointed out. Being over ambitious and overconfident, as you say, what we got to do then is to evaluate as an ongoing process and get feedback from your tutors.
Which we're going to do in the process of vlogs and learning journals.
Yes.
Yes.
And also there about being over ambitious, speak with me about what you're planning to do over the forthcoming weeks, and then I can rein that in if need be, or give you the go ahead to say yes, that's perfectly achievable. And documenting progress will be, as you say, doing vlogs, but also, as I spoke to you earlier, about making sure things fall within research, planning, production.
Putting things in categories.
Yes, everything you do will fall into those categories, okay?
Yes. So here is some of the knowledge that I have acquired while I've been on this course, and also just not necessarily things that I've learned in college, but sort of as a side to what I needed to do.
Okay.
Yeah. There are other things as well, but I thought that was a sufficient amount.
Give me your three main there that you think is most important that you've acquired.
Adobe was pretty good, because otherwise I would be using Canva and iMovie like 24/7.
Good, so industry standard software is hugely important in creative media production. Good.
Yes, it would. Academic writing is important if I want a career doing like academic stuff.
And if you want to
also, if I want to survive in university, learning how to Harvard reference was pretty important.
Okay.
And probably,
I would say there's many there that you could pick from, but
I'm going to say teamwork, because I sometimes struggle with cooperating with other people, and I've sort of exposure therapy myself to it a bit more.
Good, and if you're going to work in an industry, you're going to work in a company, then teamwork is as important.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So now we move on to the concept of what I'm doing for my final major project, which is I'm creating an e-portfolio that I can take with me into adulthood and any future career that I might have. It's sort of more applicable to the modern day, and as opposed to the days of like little paper portfolios and little folders. And it can be easy enough to navigate so that if anyone wants to hire me for something in particular, they can find what they're looking for.
Good. Well, that's good that you've picked up since the start of the last year with UAL the importance of having a digital sort of presence and being able to showcase your work digitally within I guess e-portfolio is good because they're easy enough to share to clients, potential employers, etc., etc. And also it's a starting point for you to build a professional website.
Yeah, because like the days of like printing out your CV and taking it to the person you want to work for, it's like over. It's all online now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Could be a meeting in a coffee shop where they get a link on their phone and check out your work and yeah.
And as a sort of side to the e-portfolio, I have to actually develop content for it so that it looks like I do loads of stuff. So that will involve things like audio and design and like video content. I can have a section for the sake of my final major project, just a little section on the website for documentation, just so I don't have to make a second website because that would be a pain. And doing something with like all of the different like subcategories of media like shows that I'm capable of doing like a wider range of stuff, and that makes me more like hireable. Yes.
Good. All excellent points.
Yeah. So I made some mock-ups. I made one on Canva and I made one on Wix of the style of the website as of the point of that PowerPoint being made. I kind of like the whole sort of bad and campy, like early noughties internet thing because I don't know, I thought it was fun and kind of meta that I was making a website that looks like a website.
Okay.
But also I didn't want it to look too ugly, and I didn't want it to look like it had been made in 2007 and that I was no longer active and online. So it's a delicate balancing out there.
So you want to have a nod to the past, but by bringing it into the present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in 2007 we did not have Wix.
So retro, but in a modern format.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really want to read all of this out, but I will read some of it out. Here are some things that I am currently researching, ways that I can use it, what kind of things I need to research to have a better understanding of that, and some just sample sources of places I can go to find the things that I need to research.
Okay, well I'll have a proper look through this pitch at a later point, give you some feedback on direction of how we can move forward with these different areas that you're researching. Okay, that's good, because that's a good checklist as well, and what we can do is tick that off as you move through each one of those areas of research.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So here is the project time frame. Pitching and planning, last week we sort of made this little PowerPoint and also my proposal document. So it was sort of idea generation time. Researching started this week. I'm developing an understanding and knowledge of the things that I will be putting in my website and how to develop the website as a whole.
Okay.
Creating can start whenever really, but I would rather have my research done first. That's making the content for the website and also making the website look nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will be an ongoing process throughout the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah. Assessing is done throughout. It's been happening since final major project sort of season started. I can update my progress with you, and I can update it like in my learning journal on my website as well.
Yeah, your learning journal is going to be in a vlog format, isn't it?
Yeah.
Also, whenever you do each one of those vlogs, make sure they are titled with what topics you discussed, and if you want to add a little paragraph in for stuff that you missed in your vlog or whatever, don't think that the learning journal just has to be videos. You know, put in screen grabs, put in little notes, put in little thoughts that you're having and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah. And evaluating starts sort of near the end. I'll send out some surveys, make sure everything's all right, keep double checking that I am definitely going to get the grades that I need.
Well, what we'll do is we will have milestones for your evaluating, where once you've finished your audio products, we can evaluate that. Once you're finished your video products, we can evaluate that. Once you're finished a body of research, we can evaluate that. So make sure you're not leaving it all to the end.
Yeah.
Make sure once you've done a collective bit of work, we do an evaluation of that, which is I'll look over and give you some feedback on it. Okay?
Yes. I made this look pretty, but it didn't autosave. that is sort of the timetable that I've got
Mhm.
going at the minute. It looks kind of confusing, and that is entirely my own fault.
No, it looks
Yeah.
fine.
It doesn't mean that I won't be working over Easter break. It just means that I can take the time off if I need it, and if I have work that I need to catch up on, then I can take Easter
You
break.
probably
work.
don't need double dates in there.
No.
27th stroke 2nd, 27th of February, just one or the other will do, really.
Yeah, just because I got, it was mostly for me because I got confused when I was reading it with the numbers, and I was like, huh?
Well, do
They
you know
all
what?
started blurring together.
The important thing is that you understand it, so you keep them in then.
Yeah. Here are the resources and equipment that I might be needing.
Okay.
And where I can find them. So we've got cameras, computers, microphones, and Adobe provided by the college.
Mm-hmm.
And personally, I've got a Wix account and I have GoodNotes on my iPad, so I can
Just
get
one
some
other thing
things
you're going to
going.
need, and we talked about it today, is either a Vimeo or a YouTube account
Yeah.
to house all your videos. Your vlogs,
Yes.
I want on YouTube and then hyperlinked in, because there's not enough space on Wix to
Yep.
upload all of your videos.
Yeah, I'll stick them on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, good.
To reflect and evaluate, I can do my weekly vlogs. I thought it was fun because it rhymed. Do my weekly vlogs and discuss my progress and do some milestoning and make sure that I'm on track with where I
Mhm.
need to be. I can blog on my website and sort of have a little written down account of what's happening for the things that don't get said in vlogs.
Put them both into your learning journals.
Yeah.
Any vlog or blog entries, okay?
Yeah, they will. And continually, I can do some little surveys and make sure that my things are person friendly and that my peers think it's like halfway decent.
Okay.
And hopefully they won't steal my ideas. That is what I have planned. Do you have anything that springs to mind?
Not
to
so
ask?
much questions, because you've got a very direct and focused approach to what you're doing. Some things we already talked about is how you're going to present your website. Are you going to make it totally focused on yourself, or are you going to make it so it's more digestible for your
Consumer
target
friendly.
audience?
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is when you're doing mock-ups,
Identify a
mood
target
boards,
audience.
think of both of them, do
Yeah.
both, and then I can give you feedback on them, and we can see how it progresses and we can see how it develops. Maybe have your homepage a bit more relaxed, and then your about me more, and then maybe your input into your different design choices, but it's an ongoing process.
Yes.
So at this stage,
still,
that's it.
still sort of tweaking that.
So one of my questions is, how achievable is this going to be?
I think because we did stuff with websites last year, I think I'm better equipped than I would have been before the course. So I think it's doable. Will it be as nice as I imagine it being in my head? I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's manageable, because you've set stuff out into small tasks. How nice it is going to be the time that you spend polishing it.
Yeah.
So make sure you're getting all the building blocks down.
Yeah.
And then the aesthetic or the
Yeah.
look will be those extra details that you add.
Yeah.
But that'll
Form
be
over functionality
Yeah.
to start off with.
Okay, good. So
Yes.
that's good. You're going to have your structure there, and then your
No,
how you're-
functionality over form. Yeah, functionality over form. Yeah. Words.
But yes, as long as you have your structure and your frame, then how you want to paint and design that will be your luxury that you have at the time that you have.
Yeah. If I get bored with whatever I'm doing, I can like take 10 minutes to make it look nicer.
Always remember with Wix, I would suggest that you duplicate maybe the website at certain points, so you have two alternatives, and if one starts to get messed up in the cooking and you don't like it, then you go back to the other. Does that make sense?
That's smart actually. Yeah.
So yeah, just duplicate at major design changes. So if you're going to add to it and make any changes, duplicate, and then always have that other one to fall back on in case it gets to a point where you go, I really don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's me for now. So what are you going to move on to next? What's your next step?
I'm halfway down like a series of tabs that I have open from like Queen's research journals about social media and stuff.
Document all your sources.
And all my sources. I am. If I find something that I reckon could come in useful, I've made a note of it. I've made a bookmark.
You've got that initial resources, but that's for your very starting point of looking at what you're going to do. Your bibliography, I would put that into your research section,
Yeah.
because you're going to be doing ongoing research, and every time you look at something, put a screen grab in or a link, sentence or two below what you found out, and then add it to your bibliography. So even if you research something and all you find out is I would like to use a more squared font, then you put in examples why you want to do that, and then into the bottom. So even small little changes, always document that, and always document your sources. Okay?
Yes.
So all these tabs that you have open, and if you're using anything from any of them, document it in your research and put it into your bibliography. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, that's excellent. Thank you.
Yay.